So I spent the first chapter of my book about Twilight talking about the Twilight fandom. I was specifically very interested in how we got labeled rabid, right? Because that's like every headline was like rabid Twilight fans. And I'd always really chalked that up to misogyny, which I think like that is of course the answer, but it's a yes and because we weren't doing ourselves any favors. And a good example of this, I think, is the incident that happened with Robert Pattinson at the Hot Topic in San Francisco. So the Twilight cast went on a whole Hot Topic tour in the fall of 2008. But one of the first events was going to be in San Francisco, and I think it was just Rob going this Hot Topic in a mall in San Francisco. It was in the Stonestown Galleria, if that means anything to anybody. And what they said, the organizers said, was that the first 500 fans to show up at this Hot Topic would get like a Twilight tour merch t-shirt and could meet Robert Pattinson. I don't know that they even expected 500 fans, but here's what happened. That's just the opening, the entrance to the mall. Bloodsuckers trample kids at Twilight signing. Here's another view of the mall entrance. 4,000 people showed up. This throng quickly turns frantic and violent. What happens is some girls end up falling down and getting trampled. One girl breaks her nose, another one faints. Robert Pattinson actually talked about this when he was promoting The Lighthouse. He says, I remember the girl getting her nose broken because they tried to close it down. I think that was one of my first promotional things for any of the Twilights, and I was going to the Hot Topic store in the mall. That was a big deal to me. They almost shut down the whole thing. They did shut down the whole thing, by the way. And then I remember seeing the girls on the news. I love Twilight so much. Blood coming out of her nostrils. It was spectacular. You couldn't have paid for better promotion. Rob, always the empath. These things, they went on the permanent record of Twilight fans. You know, it wasn't a great start. The movie wasn't even out yet.